And we're back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunrider, Mask of Arcadius. So, when we left off last time, we had just arrived here at... I honestly forget what the planet is called now. So, that's what the frickin' bridge is for, yeah? Yeah, on Guess, that's the one. We just arrived at On Guess for a meeting with Admiral Gray. And while we were here, our pirate friends from the start of the game decided to stage a terrorist attack on one of the Solar Alliance's stations. So, we need to take them out, so they can't do that again. And seeing as we already spoke to the whole crew at the end of the last episode, and did our buying of supplies and stuff, I mean, sure, we could buy another Union frigate, but no need. Seeing as we've done all of that, the only thing left to do is advance the story down here in the hangar bay. Oh, hey, Kriska. What you want? And apologies, but I have a minor case of the sniffles right now, so you might hear that coming through the microphone a little bit. I don't know. Captain, everything alright with the Paladin? Yes, sir. I've been meaning to talk to you. What's the matter? I understand you've got some concerns about the Alliance. Well, I guess word spreads fast on board a ship. What do you have to say? If you have time, I wanted to show you something. We're still in the middle of resupplying right now. Have us got everything under control? Alright. What did you want to see? I've arranged to have a shuttle take us to one of the Ungessian orbital colonies. I've received clearance from the Admiral to have you inspect our efforts on Ungess personally. Once you see what we're doing on Ungess, I'm sure you'll change your mind. Well, I'm very skeptical, but I'll have a look. Alright, let me contact Ava on the comm. I'll tell her that I'll be leaving for a few hours to inspect the Alliance's occupation firsthand. Thank you, Captain. I'll be waiting here with the shuttle. Welcome to Habitat P4X684, Captain. And it smells quite bad, apparently, because we're covering our nose. Are the life support systems defective? We were all shocked when we first arrived here. This colony was built by the new empire to accommodate 10,000 workers for their orbital refineries. As you can tell, the population expanded through the years, and now this cramped station holds over 500,000 people. Well, that doesn't sound like comfortable living spaces at all. That's unbelievable. Yes, that. Believe it or not, the smell was even worse when we first arrived. We've installed new air purifiers throughout the station's ventilation system. But even then, I doubt this station can continue to hold so many people. Come this way. I prepared an inspection of our relief efforts here for you. What about food and medicine? It's as you can imagine, just clean water is a valuable commodity here. We have dozens of relief vessels coming and going around the clock. But even then, it's been a struggle. I mean, if this place is as small as it sounds like, and there's 500,000 people living on it, then I can only imagine. Decades of on-site refining have spread toxic chemicals throughout the station. Worse, there are diseases running rampant throughout the station, which have been eliminated in civilized space for centuries. In just a few days since we've arrived, we've delivered over 50 metric tons of food to the station and twice as much clean water. We docked a medical cruiser here to tend to the sick. 4 more have been diverted to from the front lines to tend to the people here. Set up 6 water filtration stations throughout the station. Organized neighborhood patrols. Well, sounds like they have their hands full with this place. Can you see, Captain? This is what tyranny does to innocence. The Alliance is a force of good for the galaxy. We sent the tyrants responsible for this packing back home and brought change. Our compassion and technological know-how will make the galaxy a better place. Beginning with Ungeth. I'm sure you'd certainly seem to believe that, Kriska. But I'd have to say these pirates don't regard the Solar Alliance as imperialists without good cause. You truly believe that? Captain, do you wish to know the truth? I was actually born outside Alliance space. I saw firsthand what corruption can do to innocence. My family lived in constant fear of the government, who demanded all our livelihoods from us. The same government which never protected us from pirates, and yet always found money to spend on terrorizing the populace. Okay, yeah. The Alliance has stood for freedom and individual choice from the day of its birth. With that kind of background, I can see why you would be leaning very heavily pro-Alliance. Originally, the Holy Ryovian Emperors sought to rule the galaxy, but in their quest for power, they destroyed themselves. And it was the new Empire which sought to rule all of mankind. They fell to our nation. An alliance formed out of fear or oppression, out of the universal truth that all of humankind has the right to freedom, equality, and opportunity. Every man, woman, and child throughout the galaxy deserves to forge their own destiny. That is the only universal truth. You have a visitor, it would seem. Come here, little girl. What's your name? Kyoko. I'm Kayto, and this is Krishka. Kayto, Kyoko, and Krishka? We make quite the trio. And Mommy says I shouldn't speak with strangers. Mommy's right, but don't worry, we're not here to hurt you. I was wondering, are you one of the star people? Star people, huh? You could say that. Just take me away from this place. I don't want to be here. I want to be on a spaceship. I'm not sure how we're supposed to respond to that, honestly. Alright, but your mommy would miss you too much if you left. I don't care. I know this place isn't as fun as a spaceship. See this lady here? She's Lieutenant Krishka Stairs of the Alliance Navy. Our friends are going to make this place a better place for you, alright? Bring you food. Help if you ever get sick. Plant trees. Maybe one day I might even build you a playground here. It'll just take some time, alright? Let's hope we're not making empty promises here. remember, you should always stay with your family. Because once you lose them, you never get them back again. Speaking from personal experience, eh, Captain? Shall we continue on, Captain? No, I've seen enough already. Let's go back. Understood, sir. Perhaps with Alliance intervention, the people of Onges can finally live in prosperity. How long do you think it'll take to restore civil society to Onges? Doesn't look like they really have one of those right now. The war going on, our efforts are limited. Once the war's finished in the Alliance, we'll be able to dedicate more funding into reconstruction as well. Captain, I enlisted in the Alliance fleet to do good. Hence we are distrusted in the neutral rim, but our intentions for the galaxy have always been peaceful. Yeah. Honestly, I'm still a little bit skeptical that they won't decide to just park their fleet over Ceres and stick around once the war's over, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Besides, it's not like we can win this without the Alliance. I understand the Alliance is our friend. I'm sorry about any misgivings I had. It's understandable, Captain. I realize we are not liked in the neutral rim. We're a nation of merchants, honestly. We have no military ambitions. We merely wish to trade with the galaxy. And suddenly a group of masked men pour out and surround us. Oh great, we're getting pirated. Ah, shit. Hehehe. Why am I not surprised? Welcome to Onges, Captain. Cassette, how'd you find us? Our little friend pointed us in the right direction. It's him right there. He's the captain. Wait, you mean the little girl was a spy for the pirates? And yes, Captain, yes you did get careless. Good job, my little Bert. You've earned this platinum. Bribing children now. Hey. Got prisoners into custody, boys. And we're pirate prisoners now. This is not going well. I did not imagine this when I set out for an inspection this morning. But you know, honestly, give us Saga and Sola 5 minutes, and I bet they'll have all the pirates dead and us out of this. Because those two have plot armor. You're making a mistake, Cassette. You should never have brought children into this. Oh no, Captain. By the time I was her age, I had killed men twice your size. Hey, just because you're an insane psychopath doesn't mean they all are. You're naive. This isn't your cozy core world. This is Onges, the pit of the galaxy, where the strong prey on the weak. And where crazy psychotic bitches think they know what's what, apparently. And a gunman struck us with a rifle, and we are now unconscious. Captain, take them away. Show them our best. Captain, are you alright? Ugh, yeah. Damn pirates, I thought we had secured this habitat. Like you said, there are 500,000 people living here. Perfect place for them to hide. The steel grinded as the lock on the gate was undone. And a guard bent into the cell. The boss wants to speak with you. Okay, we won't cause trouble. Not you, just him. Do as he says, Lieutenant. Don't worry, I think Cassette tends to keep us alive. Use us as leverage. Understood, sir. Be safe. Much as I can around these goons. Captain, my most favorite person in the world. Sit down. If thirsty, have some water. From you, I'd be more worried about it being poisoned, honestly. Although, if it's your canteen, maybe less likely. Ah, you pussy. She knows where our thoughts are going, I bet. You see? Alright. Definitely not water, then, if we're gagging at it like this. What's the matter, Captain? Are water not pure enough for you? Guess you're not getting the purified stuff from the filters the Alliance is installing, then. Lifetime of drinking water laced with ongusite fucks you up big time. Makes some of us go crazy. Really? Are you trying to blame the water on you being a psychotic nut job? Because if so, I ain't buying it. Babies are born with one eye, 6 fingers. Times you vomit blood for no apparent reason. Okay, for me, it just made me stop growing since I was 11. How old do you figure I am, Captain? I don't know. 19, 20 maybe? Not kind to guess a woman's age. Wise answer. What are you after, Cosette? As much as I would love to carve you into little pieces and mail you back to your pretty little lover on the Sunrider, you're worth quite a bit to me alive. And I always was more of a businessman than a killer, says the pirate leader. Ha ha ha. Think it's funny? Your reputation precedes you. You've murdered too many civilians to claim you're not a killer. You attack unarmed cargo vessels, execute their crew. How are you not a killer? Foreigners have been stealing our ongusite far more than I've been pillaging the galaxy. Our infants are born monsters. Our fathers die in the oil refineries. Our livelihoods are stolen from us. And those responsible call themselves CEOs, presidents, general managers. Again, they're bastards and they deserve to be offed for the shit they're pulling, but doesn't make you not an insane psychopath or a killer. Businessmen. Stop this, Cosette. We can help you. Oh, we're just supposed to believe that the Alliance is here to help us, right? They just want to give us food and medicine? Oh my, what benevolence. What generosity. I'm going to start crying. Will you just quit the mockery and tell me what you want, lady? Help us, my ass. They're here for our ongusite. Nothing more. Oh yeah, what about the medical cruiser they just docked? All the food and water they've distributed. Nothing but tricks. I mean, does it really matter they're here for your ongusite if they help you in the process? I think the Imperials never attempted to deceive us. They offered us rights which never came, food which spoiled, technology which broke, fresh water which became tainted with the ongusite they constantly refined over our homes. No, the only truth is that greed runs the galaxy. I'm not one of them. I come from a neutral world just like yours. Listen to me. Have the Admiral's ear. Just give me your demands and we can make amends. I seek independence for my world just as you do. It's too late for that, Captain. Independence or death. All Alliance ships out of Onguess within 48 hours. That is my only demand. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to fly with the Admiral. You know that won't be possible. There's no way the Alliance will go for that. We'll hit them until they cannot bear it anymore. They'll have to burn every habitat in orbit around on Guess before they kill all of us. With each one of us the Alliance kills, our cause will only become stronger. You know, you're just making the Alliance's claim that you're just a bunch of terrorists that much stronger, right? You're mad. That's also not untrue. Leave the children out of this. When I was a child, my own mother sold me to entertain Imperial soldiers overnight, just for a bottle of fresh water. Yeah, if I didn't think she was crazy before, this conversation would have convinced me she was. Then when I became a teenager, she made me pretend to be a child, merely because the market for teens was saturated. Supply and demand. She was a businessman too. Don't presume you know everything, Captain. You know nothing. Cosette. I killed her like the bitch she was, and I'll kill anyone else who gets in my way. I am Cosette Cosmos, terror of the stars. Nobody fucks with me. Nobody. You're making a mistake. A big mistake. Enough with him. Take him back to his cell. Soon, Captain, we'll find out just how much you're worth to the Alliance. Or if Ava decides to send Sola, we'll find out what your head looks like with a sniper bullet through it. Ha 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 ha. And I think my option is more likely, honestly. Captain. I believe I may have found a way out. Oh? Do tell. Found a piece of chipped cement in the cell. Isn't much, but I've managed to cut through most of my bindings. Don't do anything reckless, Lieutenant. The Alliance will come for us. You're injured, Captain. I'm not going to let you stay here. This was my fault. I'm the one who brought you here. And steel screeched as the guard undid the gate. Hey, you. The boss wants to see you. All right. No, the girl this time. Oh, dear. Why do I have the feeling this is going to go considerably worse? Don't worry, Captain. I can take care of myself. Or possibly she's just screwing with us. I can never tell with Cosette. Just as he turned his back, broke free and wrapped her bindings around his neck. His neck bones cracked like twigs. Or, you know, she could do that. Come on, Captain. Let's get out of here. Shields and Chris got ducked behind a crate as a gunman passed. Set has his place locked down tight. Our safest bet might be to make a run for it to an escape pod. I think they're on to us. Yes, I think they are. Come on, we don't have much time left. Just where do you think you're going, Captain? Set. Men, surround them. Such a pity we have to keep you alive. Maybe I can cut off a limb or two to pay you back for what you did to my guard. After all, I never promised to return you to the Alliance completely intact. And she draws a knife and two of our gunmen hold down Kriska. So tall. You don't know what it's like being stuck like this until you've tried it yourself. Haha. And kerblam. You're short one goon, it looks like. Blinding light flash as flashbang grenades explode around her men. Excellent. Alliance soldiers to the encampment. Kill them all. Okay. Time to check on Krishka, I guess. Are you alright? Fine, Captain. Lance Marine picks us up off the ground. And she will, of course, grab a weapon to cover us. Come on, sir. We need to get you out of here. And we caught sight of something out of the corner of our eye. What would that be, I wonder? It's that little girl. Oh, picked up Cossette's drop knife. Oh, put the knife... You got killed by the Alliance, didn't she? Damn it. Alright, sir, you're safe now. We'll get you out of here. Go, Lieutenant. Got you. Don't worry, sir. God damn it, no! Debris splattered shield as a shanty was struck with a rocket-propelled grenade. Oh man, this ended badly, as I knew it would. Fall back. Remember this, Captain. This is what your friends from the Alliance seek to bring to Onguess. Freedom? Ha! I'll see you in hell, Captain. She would take the opportunity to hammer home her point, wouldn't she? Shields sat in his office. While he had been held captive for less than 48 hours, it felt like an eternity had passed since he last sat at his chair. Admiral Gray spoke through the comm. Captain, you have my sincerest apologies for our security lapse. It was our responsibility to protect you during your inspection, and we have failed. Tell me this, Admiral. How many civilians died during my rescue? We do not have an exact figure. And the man says he's not interested in being a politician. That is very political double-speaky. You've seen it yourself on Onguess, the line between civilian and combatant is not clear. We even have some reports that girls as young as 7 have been recruited to fight with Cossette's cutthroats. We did manage to neutralize 32 insurgents, however. I have no idea what you mean. Saw your men gun down a girl who couldn't have been more than 10 years old, all because she happened to pick up a little knife. Sorry, Captain, but urban fighting leads to collateral damage. This is only the beginning. People of Onguess will treat you as an occupier, not a liberator. You can offer them all the aid you have, offer them freedom and democracy, but as long as you mine their Onguess site, you will always be one of their enemies. Very well, Captain. You've made your point. We shall conduct an internal investigation. I will not have it said that I allowed one of my men to gun down a little girl. An internal investigation. That's it. Yes, Captain. We've got to do more. Then, let me be frank with you. There are those in the Alliance who do not agree with what we're doing here. I saw some of the ads the Progress Party were running against me earlier. They accused me of being an emperor, of plundering Onguess for its oil. What's the only difference between The Admiral and the Venkazar, one of them's running for office, they say. I mean, Progress Party fears I seek to end civilian control of the military, and frankly, many voters do as well. If any negative press of what we're doing on guests got out, the Progress Party may win this election. We'll shut down the aid project here on guests. Not only that, but we'll lose our only supply of high-grade fuel in the war. Consequences would be catastrophic, both for Onguess and the war. You must understand, word of this incident must be kept quiet. Promise, I will see to it that those responsible are dealt with appropriately, but it will all be handled by my office, nothing more. You want to cover this up? Now, I suppose the question is, do we trust Admiral Grey to handle the situation properly, or do we think he'll cover up uncomfortable details and let things slide for the sake of politics? That's really the thing here. How much do we trust the man's word? And if we're being completely honest, we really have no reason to believe him after that political doublespeak moment there. But at the same time, we want to make sure the Alliance wins this war. We don't want to undermine them or anything. So I think we're going to have to bite our tongue and not press the issue as much as I want to. Alright, how much at stake here? I'll let it go on this occasion. I trust you will handle the situation? Very wise, Captain. Not fear, I will get to the bottom of what happened. They will have no future in the Alliance fleet. I will see to that. Thank you, sir. As for your ship, I am relaying additional funds and supplies as an apology for our security lapse. We'll win this war and restore prosperity to Onguess and the rest of the galaxy, I promise. The blood of the civilians which was spilt today will not be in vain. Of course, Admiral, I will think of them as well as I fight to stop Pact. That is all, Captain. Needless to say, as of now, this conversation never took place. Sir. Yeah. I don't like that outcome at all, and I was severely tempted to go the other way, but it kind of felt like we had to bite our tongue on that one to not undermine the war. Someone's at the door, apparently. Come in. Captain. As your liaison officer, I offer you my humblest apologies, sir. It's my responsibility to protect you during the inspection, and in that regard I have failed. I'll accept whatever punishment you deem fit. At ease, Lieutenant. No, inspection let me see a lot of things. Sir? Yes, we have to stop them together, I think. Our relief efforts are being sabotaged by Set and her gang's terrorist activities. They seek to destabilize this world and turn it into a pirate haven. The Alliance will tolerate no such actions. Indeed, the people of Onguess will have peace and security, but that will not be accomplished as long as maniacs like Cosette are at large. I want her stopped, dead or alive. With much pleasure, Captain. Once the pirates who merely want to profit from this sad situation have been eliminated, we will rebuild anew on Guess, one where such tragedies will not occur. Report to the commander. She wishes a detailed report of what transpired at On Guess. That will be punishment enough for the security lapse. Understood, sir. Thank you, sir. You are dismissed, Lieutenant. Captain, you killed me. Ugh, God. Did I make the right decision? I'm coming. Shields went back upstairs and opened the door. Captain Shigara, you are the last person I expected to see. Came here as soon as my shift ended. I was so scared when I heard you were taken prisoner. It's alright, I was hardly even gone for 2 days. Still, they hurt you? Nah, nothing the Alliance couldn't patch up. It was all just minor bumps and scratches, that's all. Captain, don't ever leave me again. So worried I thought I was going to faint. And Shigara needs a hug, apparently. Don't worry, I'm alright. I'm alright. That damned bastard got away. We should have just shot him while we had the chance. Sir, we're getting an FTL transmission. A message? Put it through. Cosmos, how are things? Piss poor. The captain's given us the loop, and the Alliance has dug itself in deep. I am relaying to you a battle plan. Study it carefully. Oh? Thought you guys had left us for dead after the ass whooping the Alliance fleet gave you last week. This is a personal mission, shall we say. Lone wolfing? Such individuality from a red. So, what's in it for us if we help you out? I can get you exactly what you've wanted all these years. Independence for Anjus once and for all. Heh. Well, the man knows how to yank her. I'll give him that. Deal. Although, pirates being in bed with Pact is not something I saw coming, I have to admit. Warp signature detected, Captain. It's another Pact scout ship. Status, hovering out of range. That's the 15th one this past week. Pact must be planning something. They know most of the combined fleets stationed at On Guess. It's likely they want us to chase their scouts so a strike fleet can warp in and hit the Alliance ships while they're refueling. Maintain our position. If Pact manages to slip a ship past us, they'll ignite the Ongasite being stored on our docks and wipe out the entire combined fleet. Aye, Captain. I feel like we're swimming in the middle of a minefield. We are, Lieutenant. There's enough liquid ongasite in orbit around the planet to blow us all the way back to Farport. Well, isn't that some pleasant imagery? Ava, any intel on their new commander? Venkazar Fontana. He's quite young considering his position at the top of the Pact chain of command. Despite his age, he's seen as Arcadius' right-hand man. Brilliant, just as he is deadly, is a foe not to be trifled with. crushing on the enemy's commanders, a capital offense, Commander. Captain. Also, I believe one of our crew may have encountered him in the past. Oh? I believe Asaga briefly met him while she was captured. What does she say? Can imagine. Oh, right, that guy. He was actually pretty good looking for a red. Not quite helpful. Regardless, he is a far more fearsome foe than anyone we've encountered in the past. We should not underestimate him. Alright, thanks for the advice.